Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our 4 o'clock live broadcast. And man, I've got some great information to share with all of you, but at the same time, I just want to remind you that we're in the final month of the year. And there are recruiting strategies, tactics, and scripts that have been proven to work over the years that only work in December. And yet they can make your whole year. Additionally, these same recruiting strategies, tactics, and scripts, the ones that work all year long, work better in December. And they can make your whole year. Now, our project launch strategies and scripts are creating explosive growth for everybody that uses them. So for those of you that are existing students, you were in the November boot camp. For those of you that were in previous boot camps, you know what we're talking about. And these scripts work best in December and in January. Additionally, in this upcoming boot camp, we're also going to be talking about a side hustle strategy that, when employed in the month of December, are going to produce immediate results. Now, the notion of a side hustle, the term has been used heavily over the last 2 years with network marketers. I've avoided the term because when people hear it, it's typically been associated with network marketing presentations. But now what has happened is so many people outside of the network marketing realm are talking about side hustles that in our December boot camp, we're going to introduce some tactics that will blow away your competition. 45% of working Americans are looking for a side hustle. I heard it on the news yesterday. 30% of people with side hustles said they needed the extra money to cover basic costs. Well, we all know that. 15% of side hustlers make more than $1,500 a month. That's a very, very small number. And when you think about it, they could make a lot more money working with you in your business. Most side hustlers spend 5 to 10 hours a week in their business. And the average side hustle brings in $897.04 a month, with more than half of the side hustlers asked 54% of earnings are less than $50. You're going to love these scripts. All right. Now, let me look in the question box. Peter, I haven't forgotten you. Okay. And I'll get back to you about that sometime tomorrow. All right. So you've got somebody that you're talking to. Now, the project launch script, very important. is going to create immediate responses, genuine curiosity, serious interest, a sense of urgency with your prospect, fast, decisive action, and immediate duplication. Faster team growth, which turns into faster rank advancement. And we gave you some examples. Marissa, building a Melaleuca business. She started on December the 15th. She enrolled 13 prospects in December in 10 days. So I want you to think about this. What would it do for your bottom line? Take the most expensive package that you sell. The most expensive package. $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. What if you could sell 13 of them over 10 days before the end of the month? What would that do for your income? On the 15th, she said, I signed 2 people up in my Melaleuca business, and I got 2 appointments for tomorrow. I'm up to 6 by the 20th. Since I started last week, I never thought it would be so easy. And then on the 26th, the day after Christmas, I've enrolled 13 people in 10 days. 6 are business builders. Okay. So what would it do for you if 6 of the 13 people you brought into your business bought the big package? How much would you make? Let me show you how she did it. I'm just going to log out of Bunme's account. We just finished up a coaching session. So Marissa had spent 5 previous years with an eBay store. On LinkedIn, you have 4,700 people that have eBay scores. eBay sellers, 9,200. So because she had been in that business, it was easy for her to reach out and talk to other people, compare notes, show them that, you know, man, been there, done that. How's your business going? People were open. People shared their frustration. She said, I used to do that. And then I found something easier to sell that generated residual income. What do you know about network marketing? And the few people that she spoke to that did know something about network marketing, their perception of the business was based on 10 or 15 years previous experience. And when she showed them how you could do it on the internet, they were all over it. Everybody has their own story. So Rebecca teaches school. You know how many school teachers burn out every year? The last day of the year, the 31st, she sent 69 messages out. This process rolls over into January. But on the last day of the month, she did 3 overviews, signed up 2 people, set 3 more appointments, and has 2 more people interested in the business. And out of those 3 overviews, she closed 2 of them. Now, I'm not sharing this with you to impress you. I'm sharing this with you to impress upon you what you can be doing, what members of your team can be doing. Thanks to your launch script, I have more people to talk to than I believe. It's better than your happy birthday script. I sent it to 150 of my connections. 90 want more information. Showed the business to over 60 people, and I now have 12 business builders and 9 customers with the help of my upline. He called me on New Year's Eve. He wanted to know what I was doing. It's a 60% response rate, a 20% closing rate. I wish I knew about your project launch script 3 years ago. I enrolled 8 people between Friday and Monday. Now, let me talk about the side hustle, because the side hustle script create more conversations with business builders, more opportunities to introduce your business, creates awareness of your virtual expertise, creates appreciation of your business acumen, and it creates the perception that you have the answers to their problems. I love the word hustle. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. Who would have thought that an American president, Abraham Lincoln, said it? Good things come to those who hustle. And there are all kinds of gifts out there that you can use that will create all kinds of curiosity, use these strategies correctly, and you will experience explosive growth. All right, now what I'm going to do is let me flip back over here. And I'm going to log out of my account. And let me unmute John. John, remind me, what was the email address we used to log into LinkedIn?
Janda, Janber. N. That's it.
Okay. All right. So we had our first coaching session this morning, and I think you said you had somebody respond already.
Yeah. Next one down. That one. Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is how fast the process goes. You're talking to somebody that's open to a new opportunity. So when you look at it, her profile, she was a sales administrator for 6 years, administrative assistant, goes to work for the Zayo company for 8 years, customer service manager, leaves after 8 years for a year and a half. And then she comes back and then she leaves. Now, so we sent her a friend request. And actually, John did this before our coaching session. This is not exactly following, it's not the script. It's not the icebreaker. Thanks for accepting my invitation to connect. I noticed you're seeking a new opportunity. It appears many are doing the same in these challenging times. I have a solution to this. Is there something you'd like to know more about? And she comes back with, I cannot afford to pay anyone for assistance in finding a new job. I appreciate the offer, though. Thank you. Here's the deal. You have something that people want. You have something that people need. But you only want to talk to people that are suitable. You only want to talk to people that, frankly, you would like to work with, enjoy working with. So offering her a solution to her problem before you know anything about her isn't productive. So what do? We use the gift. I'm on LinkedIn to expand my network. I wasn't trying to help you find a job, nor was I expecting to be paid anything. But I know how you feel, though. I'm getting dozens of connection requests and offers to find jobs, business op solicitations, and even a marriage proposal. And then we sent her the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And then our follow-up message. Just send this to a good friend and thought that you'd appreciate it too. I routinely send motivational messages like these to my friends on LinkedIn. I hope you enjoy them. Why did you leave your job at the Zayo Group in October? Well, I did not want to leave my job. I love my job. Unfortunately, they brought in several new people. So my boss was let go. I was let go, and approximately 100 others were let go. It was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Now, we have a script and we have a strategy that we pulled out and we used when COVID hit back in 2019. You bring somebody like this into the business, she knows 100 other people that are looking for work. They all got let go at the same time. So the way it's going to work is, first, we need to find out more about what Diane does. What did she do? And what did she like about her job? And the more things she liked about her job that fit with the actions and activity of a network marketer, the easier it's going to be. What do you like about your job? Oh, I love working with people. I love training. So let's take a look at her profile. So she interacted with teams. This was more of an administrative job than a sales job. Oversaw all the day-to-day, the help desk, including mentoring team members. Mentoring team members. That's what you do as a network marketing leader. So here, it doesn't look like she was doing the sales. Awarded the MVP Sales Support Award. So she was a sales administrator. She wasn't a salesperson. All right. So now, come over here on the internet. When life hands you lemons, make lemonade. Okay, now we could use any one of these. But let's see if we can find a GIF. Well, we can't use that one. Okay, so worst case scenario, we could use this. So the bottom line is that in the middle of all of these problems lies an opportunity. Now, what? What do you enjoy doing the most when you work there? We have a whole series of scripts that will literally walk her, members of her team. Okay, so okay, now let me just kind of recap what we did. And for those of you that are curious about what we do in our coaching sessions, this was our first one. And so we basically customize all the scripts. Your first message, they're going to be different than what you're getting in boot camp. Second message. So right now, John has 461 people out of his 2,000 connections that are clear candidates for the project launch script. Showed him how to get images. Came up with his explanation for what he does. Went over searching and the initial conversation starters, along with the project launch script. We touched on the birthday one. So the project launch script is not the next step. We're not going to bring up the project launch until we are certain that she has the aptitude to be successful. The reason that so many people liked it and responded for those other people was because the nature of the people that they are talking to were ideal candidates for the business in process. Okay. So where is a part of the story where perhaps it's time to start your own thing rather than building teams for everyone else? Great question. It's in the scripts book. It's in the case study. On page 60. I've been approached by many people. So as long as we're here, let me just kind of review this with all of you. Zyla was building an isogenics business. We started working together in January. She had been in the company for I think 8 months. So she reached out to somebody, again, following the scripts. And once I got her going, she's on her own until she ran into a roadblock, and then she'd ask me for help. What do you say when a prospect says, I've been approached by many people? She reached out to, what do you, I made some wonderful, what do you do? I'm with T-Mobile. I oversee retail stores. You? What do you do? Have you always been in Atlanta? Goes back and forth, back and forth. The entire, you ask somebody what they do, 85% of the time they'll come back and ask you what you do. They both like music. So what do you do? I was a music teacher for years and recently retired because of my growing internet business. As soon as you say that, people get curious. What's the internet business? So they're talking about work and they're talking about the musical instruments. So why did you go from Verizon to T-Mobile? Verizon is all about numbers. I felt like a number. At T-Mobile, it's all about people. Promoting and developing such a better culture. Promoting and developing. So what are you promoting and developing? People. That's his passion, investing time and energy into making people better, realize their potential. He enjoys that. Now, it's that kind of activity that would help a network marketer become very successful, because that's what we do. So she jumps in. People are my passion too. Every day I get to pour belief into people and watch their lives change. So I get it. We never found out that he had a need, but she goes for it. You'd probably love what I do. So with all your experience in sales and business and your passion for helping people meet their potential, Have you ever gotten involved with a network marketing company where you could offer your clients a product that you were passionate about and add an additional stream of income to your bank account? If so, what were they? And then he wrote back, well, I've been approached by many people. And many of the people that you're going to talk to on LinkedIn, same thing. Everything from makeup to CBD oil and Primerica. What is it you offer? I'm not opposed to hearing it. Let me know. Maybe it's something I would enjoy and be passionate about. So she hit a roadblock. So I get a text at 6 o'clock in the morning. Help. So I jumped in. And this is how we develop our scripts. This is how we develop our strategies and case studies. When you're talking to somebody that's a decent prospect, sometimes you want to step back a little bit and take the high road. Don't try to sell your business. Sell the network marketing business model. So I typed, I'm not surprised that other people are approaching you. LOL, laughing out loud. With your proven track record of working with people, helping them become passionate about their work and building teams, you'd be very successful in any network marketing company you work with. Now you hit the nail on the head with your comment about being passionate about the products, because that's the key to being successful in this kind of business. As I'm sure you're aware, there are thousands of companies out there with all kinds of products and services. So in her case, I'm working with a company called Isagenix and was initially a customer of their products. As a result, I lost almost 40 pounds, increased my stamina for working out, and have never been healthier. As a result of my experience with the products, I naturally got excited about the income opportunity that comes with building a team of motivated and ambitious people who want an unlimited opportunity to earn as much money as they want. Enter the project launch. I'm launching a project to work with 3 people that have your level of team building experience and help them go to the top of the company fast. And I'd be delighted to share the details of how we would be working together to make it happen for you. And we sent him the motivating image. If you don't build your dream, someone else will hire you to help them build theirs. And Debbie, this is what you were looking for. And I remember as I was typing this, Zyla went nuts. Perhaps this is a time in your life to stop making the mobile carriers you work for rich. Start building your own team of motivated entrepreneurs and help all of them become rich building their own business. I'm confident that you'd enjoy working with me. Would you be interested in learning the details of how we would work together? She signed him up in the business, not right away. It was about maybe 5 or 6 weeks later. And when she signed him up, she called in. The morning right after she signed him up, she called in.
Hey Max, how's it going?
Hi, Delia. Things are going really, really well. How are things going with you?
Good. I always have you on the back end. You're like my little motivation, and then if I get stuck, I can pop over and say, Max.
So you're signing somebody up now?
Yeah, I just finished it. He was someone that I was sure was going to sign up, and I would call this one about as textbook as you make them. I'm pretty excited to have him on my team.
Mm-hmm.
But when he wasn't hesitating, but it just took him a bit to kind of like let everything sink in and figure out really what was going to be happening. And it's interesting. I used on our text messages back and forth exactly the same strategy that we use here of just continuing the conversation, ending with a question, giving them a reason to text me something back, even if it was, "What did you do for this weekend?" I wrote back to him. I was like, "Sure wish you were in my business this week because it has just exploded," which is true. It has exploded.
Now, let me just stop there. Back and forth communication. How are you doing? What's new? Blah, blah, blah. Not pushing. And then one morning, he asked her, so how's everything going? And her response, man, I sure wish you were in my business.
Thank you to all of your help. And you texted me this morning and said, okay, this is it.
So tell me about your exploding business.
Yeah, so one of the people that I enrolled from LinkedIn, again, I literally followed the script. I just went right down your script book for, it was an unhappy network marketer, and she came over, and within the first 2 days, she ranked advanced. And one of the people that she brought on within 24 hours, she ranked advanced, and they both are just calling me out of the blue this week. Oh, I'm enrolling somebody else. And, I asked them, do you need help? Do you need me to do it? No, we've got it all figured out. And the original one I enrolled, she's about to rank advanced again, which is also really great for me. But, I can't even keep track. I don't even know it's like, so I think we just brought in like 9 or 10. I was counting up with my husband last night, 9 or 10 people they just brought into the organization within, 10 days, and which is more people than I can keep up with, they're fine. Everything is all set up for them. There's nothing for me to do but to just be here as a support and show them, I've shared with them the scripts, what I do. I've been on the phone if they've needed me to, but it's just, it's the first time since I've been in this business that I understand what's happening with network marketing. Like you can't grow the business if you don't have people growing under you. And if you don't have a way to reach out to people who are business builders, then you're just going to be like a hamster in a hamster wheel, just enrolling people over and over. When I'm approaching people on LinkedIn, you see, I don't talk to them about the products until we've already discovered that they want to talk about the business. That's just a whole different way to do the business. This is doing the business. This is it.
You went to my boot camp, you got my courses. How did working with me one-on-one help you?
A few things. One, it helped everything go a lot faster. You and I were able to get through, what it would have probably taken me a month to go through just on my own through the boot camp. So that's one thing. But mostly I think it's helped me with the confidence, just practicing it through with you, sitting with you, watching you go through my account, talking to, helping me type out these messages, helping me figure out exactly the wording. Because now I have it in my account, so I can go through, and I do this all the time. I copy and paste a message, when there's something that's very similar or something I can use. I know what I'm doing now. Could somebody figure this out on their own by just reading through? Sure, it would take time, and that's okay. Like, if you've got time, I didn't have time. I've got a fire under me. I've got a reason for building this and building this business fast. Some of you, if you're out there just kind of doing this part-time as something you enjoy, then maybe you do have time. But this is, keeping me from going back into a traditional job, and we have 3 children, and we want them to go to private school. So we have a reason for working this really hard and wanting it to be incredibly successful and fast. And that's what you get from working with you, and just a lot of the hand holding. I needed that in the first few weeks. This is a brand. It's not new to talk to people, but it's just a new way. When for the last 8 months I was taught by my upline, a certain way, and I was basically vomiting information on people. And those of you out there who are doing that, you know how well that works. It doesn't. And so yeah, you just need a little bit of time. And there have been a few times where Max has had to go into my account and, oh, what did you write, Zyla? And that's okay. And so that's what it's great for of having that private session, is that he can go through and really help you take a step back and breathe and figure out the right way to talk to somebody.
So, all right. So let me look in the question box. Okay. So we got that one done. All right, so you're talking to Carrie. All right. So she's a real estate agent. Well, first and foremost, as a real estate agent, you reached out to her at the end of November. All right, so really what you want to do here is ask her how, started more than 20 years ago, she moved over to real estate 10 years ago. Now, EXP Realty is a real estate operation. She was in it for 4 years. It has a network marketing component. So the question here for conversation is, how's business? How has the economy, high interest rates affected your business? All right, so we're going to pop over here. All right. So here, again, you've been following the scripts. You want more information? Yes. All right. So now what you need to do here So now she wants more information on the company. So what you have to do, let me see, you've got the script. You just have to take part of the script. Okay, so I wrote all of this for you. Now, what you have to do, she wants to know how it's going to work. So the script that you would use, and I don't see, all right. What you have to do, you have to explain about to what she wants to know how it works. All right. So you didn't send this, but you sent the other part. So now what you're going to do, I've got a system. And actually, really what you want to do at this point in time is you want to set up when would you have time for me to show you how the business works and how we're going to make money together. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. At the end of the day, it's all about conversation. You know, I love it when students come back. Tutor, looking for new opportunities. So he's looking for new clients. But there is a casual way to bring it up. Sandy, it's nice to see you back. Wow. So we go all the way, you know, Sandy, we go all the way back to 2009. Now, now, I love success stories. Before we go into this, We come back over here. Okay, now. Nice to see you back. Let me unmute you. But all I have to do is look at your profile. And you're clearly not using LinkedIn. How do I know? Well, you've only got 145 connections. There are people waiting to talk to all of you. And all you have to do is do the work. Now, Joel attended my Power Lead System training last month. I want you to listen to his story. And I'm not sharing this with you to impress you. I'm sharing this with you to impress upon you what everyone here can be doing. All of you. Let me open Joel up. You know, I love it when former students come back. How are you?
Doing good, doing great.
I love it. You know, I constantly refer to you as, you know, one of my favorite success stories, because Joel here is probably one of the most experienced, talented salespeople I've ever met. I mean, this man could sell you anything.
Sweet. See, I like him already.
You know, it's true. I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about you. You know, when I was working with you back in 2018, you know, you picked it up right away. You were doing great. And then in 2009, you decided to do this insurance thing. And I never thought that, I mean, you had pretty high goals, you know, 100 agents in 2 months. You guys did it. Thrilled that you're here. Now, one thing I want to point out to you, in looking at your profile, see, I can see your followers. And this was a sly little thing that LinkedIn did where they told you, if you want to make your posts visible for all the things that you do, then what you do is you become a content creator.
Gotcha.
Okay. And we thought when we did that, that was a wonderful thing. And it really was. But then it's kind of like in the middle of the night on a Friday night, they went in and they changed the deal. And what they did was they replaced your connect button with a follow button. So
Yeah.
we're going to explain why. And so we need to go back in there and turn that off so that people can connect with you, because they can still see what you're doing.
Yeah, I would like that. But you can also, if you click on more, I think there's a connect button and more.
Well, no, there wouldn't be one from us because we're already connected.
Right, right. I meant if it was a new person.
Right, well, right, but see, the average person doesn't know about that.
That's true. Where do you go in? I don't even know where to go in and turn it off anymore.
If we have time, I'll show you.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you, Max, I want to say thanks so much. This is going to be our first $1 million year on that. We're well on our way. And I just wanted to, I mean, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. I just can't. I really appreciate everything you've done. Just wanted to say that.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I appreciate that. 3 years. Took him 3 years. This year he's having $1 million year. I mean, I love it when people hit that first $1 million year, but not the last.
And we're on our way.
Oh, congratulations. It's funny because I help so many people, but it's nice to hear it. There's a lot of people, I don't hear they hit $1 million until 10 years after they did it. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats, bro. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
And by the way, what he did, okay, all of you can do, right?
Yeah,
What he did,
absolutely.
all of you can do, because number one, it's not hard, and it's just a matter of following some simple steps. And the one thing that impressed me about Joel right from the beginning, because he's a great salesman, great salespeople know you want to listen more than you talk. And working with him was an absolute pleasure. Joe, why don't you tell everybody what coaching did for you, if you would.
Well, it did so much, I don't know if I can put it into just a few words, but it actually propelled me into the next level. And I think that's what everybody's looking for, being able to come to you and talk to you about what I was doing and just doing the tweaks, just the little things that we miss that the coaching really helped with. I don't know how to even express it. I mean, because even like coming to these things, you do a great job with these, but it's not like the individual coaching where I can ask a personal question on how I actually can make this happen. So it's like you said, we did over 100 agents in 2 months, less than 2 months on that with your coaching and our work.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Now, his first month working with me, he enrolled 18 people in his business. 18 people. First month. How? Because he knows how to talk to people and listen. And it doesn't matter what you're selling. Doesn't matter what you're selling. So, I mean, Sandy, if you're trying to promote a coaching program, there's no reason why you can't have 8, 9 coaching clients a week. I want to give you an example. Here's a fellow that signed up network marketing. He signed up with one of the top earners in the company, young man. And his sponsor dies. So now he's an orphan, doesn't have anybody to work with. I'm going to do the shorter one because we're kind of over. So he had a power wash business. So we decided to use the strategies. If you know who would be your ideal prospect, that's all it takes. We create our profiles for the people that we want to talk to. Last year, he was struggling. He couldn't even afford to put tires on his car. Listen to where he is now. And I have to tell you, I love when former students come back. So we're broadcasting it right here. So I want to open this up and I'm going to bring up Dan. And everybody's got a story. Dan has an amazing one. I just want to.
Hi, Max.
Hey, Dan, it's nice to see you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing is the question.
Living the dream life. That's all I can say. It's amazing. It's amazing. Beyond amazing. My business has exploded and we're just growing in leaps and bounds. We've got our biggest problem is getting enough people and equipment. And as you know, I use your principles outside of network marketing, but they're awesome in any walk of life.
I remember last year you made the comment that you were struggling financially to where you couldn't even put tires on your car.
That's true. That's true. And now we have 5 work vehicles, 5 drones. We in the process of buying another one, and we buy everything with cash.
What advice would you give anybody that was listening to you? And
I would say, it's all a numbers game, but at the same time, the numbers can be slanted in your favor. And that's what I think your process did for me, was slanted the numbers in my favor. I learned who to contact and how to contact the right people. And so and I was building a network marketing company, and I kind of I stopped just because I got kind of sideswiped when my sponsor died. And Jason was, I mean, just a great guy, and he just kind of really set me back. But I was also using these in my personal business, and it just started taking off because of the contacts I was making. I was making local contacts and just started, I mean, it's taken off. I mean, we just signed on to clean over 1,000 Pizza Huts. We are cleaning water towers and just things that I never would have imagined. And just the way it's all happened was really just because of making contacts, just expanding my network. Contacting people in my area, and contacting people outside of my area with the companies and the people I wanted to work with, and learning who those people were and how to message them. That was the thing that, you know, knowing who to talk to is 1/4 of the bat. I mean, I think it's about 1/4 of it. It's knowing how to talk to people. You know, that's the hardest part. Knowing what to say and knowing how to get that conversation going and keeping it going, and to the point where, you know, to be able to say, okay, not right now for this person. They, you know, their focus is on other things, but just knowing, you know, I've had people that I talked to, and I realized that, you know, the conversation wasn't going where I wanted it to, and it was a not right now. But you know what? We've come back and talked to those people again, and just in keeping up with little messages like, how's, you know, happy birthday. And I've had people just say, oh, hey, yeah, thank you. And you know what? I want to talk to you. By keeping up. And those little things matter, and building that relationship. Relationships have meant everything.
Yeah, it's all about relationship. Let me ask you, what was the biggest thing that you got from me when we were working in my coaching program?
How to talk to people.
That's right.
To talk to people. Being able to and respond, and responding in a timely manner, but not being like a vulture and not being on top of people. I still get messages every day from vultures, people that make me feel like they're vultures. And I know they're just trying to build their business, but they shoot me messages, blind messages, about telling me all about their business and how great it is and how much I could earn and all that stuff. And they don't even, and that's the very first message they send me. And you know what? I usually block them, because, you know, to me, they're just, they're not out there talking to people to work with people. For them, it's just, you know, they just want the money. And I've learned, help enough other people get what they want, and you get everything you could ever want.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so true. It is the most truest thing I've ever heard. And I didn't know it at the time, because it was all about me. Because I need was my issue. I need. I was in a need, and not in a helping other people. It was all about me and what I need.
Well, that's understandable when, you know, you need tires on your car and you can't afford it. But again, just making that little shift in your mindset, knowing that you're going to feel the need. It's coming.
Exactly.
It's coming.
I was just going to say that last time I talked to you, I figured we'd do $250,000. You know, we're going to surpass $2 million this year. That's a humongous jump. And we can't keep up.
Well, I'm glad I played a small part in it.
You know what? I got a couple sales guys coming online soon, and I've been talking to them, talking to my partners about just saying, look.
And I'm going to probably end up training those people too. So folks, here's the bottom line. And Sandy, welcome back. Glad you're here. Now, boot camp starts on Thursday. And we're going to put a big emphasis on the project launch script. I do want to mention one thing. For those of you that are looking at my coaching program, I want to remind you that whatever you spend on your business is a legitimate tax deductible business expense. So literally, you could write off my entire coaching program as a legitimate business expense. So if you want to knock down the amount of money that you're going to pay in taxes, for those of you that are already making money in network marketing, comes right off the top. Registering and doing it, even if you weren't planning on jumping into coaching until February or March. Do the paperwork in December, and it comes right off the top. I have one coaching client who's been working with me for 18 years. Before the end of the year, he's gonna literally buy 10 coaching series. It's $50,000. But when you're making millions of dollars in network marketing, it comes right off the top. He'll use some of it, and he'll put some of his leaders through the other stuff. So just keep that in mind. Reach out to my office, write to support@maxsteingart.com if anybody's interested in coaching, or type in the chat window coaching, put your phone number, and somebody will reach out to you. For coaching, put your phone number. Tonight, for those of you that are parts of the Power Lead System, we have our training tonight at 9 o'clock. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. It's going to be an amazing month for all of you.